Hi everyone, I'm Ari Bluestein, CEO and executive producer of the Sports Fanbase Network, and this is another one of our SFBN Classics. We're staying in 2013 in basketball season, and we go to March 1st, 2013 for the 3A City title game between the Imhotep Panthers and the Neumann Goretti Saints. Now, Imhotep was coming off that thrilling Public League Championship win over Vaux and Rashid Jordan, which we showed previously on SFBN Classics. And now they had the battle for seeding and, of course, city bragging rights as we have the city title at the 3A level. I had the call with Jack Kapp. Enjoy.
Welcome back. Ari Bluestein, Jack Kapp here with you, and it is part two of our doubleheader here at Hagan Arena here at St. Joe's University. In the first game, Roman defeating King in the 4A city title. Now we've got the 3A city title. Neumann Goretti of the Catholic League and Imhotep of the Public League. We talked about what was special about this game is Imhotep won the pub outright.
Yes.
Neumann Goretti won the Catholic League.
Yes.
Neumann Goretti defeating St. Joe Prep on Monday night. And then in the thriller, Imhotep defeating Vaux in a one-point overtime win on Sunday. We were there for that game. My main man, Mike Samsel, taking the mic with yourself. Now,
one of the great games we've seen in
what do you expect?
years.
What do you expect tonight, though? Neumann Goretti, Imhotep.
Wow.
I mean,
well,
what type of excitement do you expect?
Neumann Goretti is slightly favored. However,
I would say so.
I am expecting Imhotep to give them a big-time game. As I mentioned a little bit earlier to you off air, they've never seen a guy like Brandon Austin.
Right.
Now, I know they're using our tapes for scouting.
Hi everyone, I'm Ari Bluestein, CEO and executive producer of the Sports Fanbase Network. Hi everyone, I'm Ari Bluestein, CEO and executive producer of the Sports Fanbase Network, and this is another one of our SFBN Classics. We're staying in 2013 in basketball season, and we go to March 1st, 2013 for the 3A City title game between the Imhotep Panthers and the Neumann Goretti Saints. Now, Imhotep was coming off that thrilling Public League Championship win over Vaux and Rashid Jordan, which we showed previously on SFBN Classics. And now they had the battle with the Neumann Goretti Saints of the Philadelphia Catholic League, led by head coach Carl Aragale. A ton of Division I talent, including Jaquan Newton, who played at Miami, and Lamar Fresh Kimball, who ended up going to St. Joe's. But they had a killer starting lineup. And of course, Imhotep had Brandon Austin, who was a great talent as well. So we're going to watch this game, and it was a thriller played at Hagan Arena at St. Joe's University. And both of these teams were already going to the PIAA state championship round, but this was a battle for seeding and, of course, city bragging rights as we have the city title at the 3A level. I had the call with Jack Kapp. Enjoy.
Welcome back. Ari Bluestein, Jack Cap here with you, and it is part 2 of our doubleheader here at Hagan Arena here at St. Joe's University. In the first game, Roman defeating King in the 4A city title. Now we've got the 3A city title. Newman Goretti of the Catholic League and Imhotep of the Public League. We talked about what was special about this game is Imhotep won the pub outright.
Yes.
Newman Goretti won the Catholic League.
Yes.
Newman Goretti defeating St. Joe Prep on Monday night. And then in the thriller, Imhotep defeating Vaux in a 1-point overtime win on Sunday. We were there for that game. My main man, Mike Samsel, taking the mic with yourself. Now,
one of the great games we've seen in
what do you
many
expect?
years.
What do you expect tonight, though? Newman Goretti, Imhotep.
Wow.
I mean,
well,
what type of excitement do you expect?
Newman Goretti is slightly favored. However,
so.
I am expecting Imhotep to give them a big-time game. As I mentioned a little bit earlier to you off air, they've never seen a guy like Brandon Austin.
Right.
Now, I know they're using our tapes for scouting purposes, but Brandon Austin has a special skill set. He is really elusive and can move his body in ways that a lot of players can't. 6'7", 180.
It's funny that you say that. Coach McNesby, before he came on
I
the air,
heard him.
said he enjoyed watching our broadcast to get looks at some of his other teams. Hey, you know, our service here on SFBN is for everybody. Coaches, players, what have you. And we'll see. I don't know if we're going to have another national anthem. The players are lining as zip. Okay, it looks like we're going to get the starting lineup first here. And we'll see if it's the typical starters. Now, the home team is Imhotep. They are in the home white with the red and black trim. Newman Goretti in the road black jerseys with gold lettering and trim. So it looks like they will do the starting lineups to start off here. And our PA announcer, Jake Schwartz, at the mic. The head coaches for the two teams, we'll talk about them real quick. Carl Arregale, the coach for St. John Newman, and Andre Noble, the head coach for Imhotep.
One of the nicest coaches I've ever met, Andre Noble.
So Hanif Sutton, the first player being announced, the 5'9" steady point guard for Newman Goretti.
Tight little ball player, very strong little guy.
Tony Toplin, one of the front court men for Carl Arregale, 6'5" junior. Lamar Kimball right here coming through the tunnel, a 6'1" sophomore, a very solid player. He should make a lot of noise at the D1 level eventually. John Davis, that's your man right there.
Love John
Jack
Davis.
6'5" senior.
Yep.
And then finally the stud, number 20, Jaquan Newton, the 6'3" junior. Averages around 20 points per game, and he is a scorer.
Yes.
He had, I believe he had 27 against St. Joe Prep, something like that.
Is that right? I didn't see that game, but he's an all-round ball player, and he's only a junior.
So here is Imhotep being announced right now. Basile Thompson, the first player being announced. He's a 6'6" junior, getting some serious D1 looks from a lot of CAA teams.
That's what I'm hearing, yeah.
Number 23, Daryl Bagwell, the 6' senior. He is a sharpshooter. Jaquan Jones, 5'11" junior, who had a phenomenal game in Imhotep's 3A title win over Philadelphia Electric. There's number 5, Nigel Grant, 6'6" senior. And finally, number 1, Brandon Austin, the 6'7" senior, heading to Providence next year. He is just an all-around solid player.
And you know what? I still think Brandon Austin's going to grow. If you look at his face, he has a baby face. He's going to be 6'8", 6'9" when he's done.
So now it's time for the national anthem. And we'll take a quick timeout and let you tune in to the national anthem here at Hagan Arena. And we are ready to rock and roll here at Hagan Arena for Game 2 of our doubleheader here on the Sports Fan Base Network, presented by Payroll Service Solutions. And again, right now, let's talk about our keys to the game presented by the National Guard. For more information about how to attend college full-time tuition-free and serve in the Army National Guard part-time, contact Master Sergeant Lee Page at 215-856-5965. And real quick, Jack, when you take a look at the keys to the game here, what is the key for both teams? One key for Imhotep to win and one key for Newman Goretti.
That's an interesting question. I would say that for Newman Goretti, they have to find a way to stop Brandon Austin. As I mentioned before, he is the key here. He's going to do a lot of stuff, but he's very patient. He's very smart. And on the other side, Jaquan Newton is going to have to be paid attention to at all times.
And
Robert Coleman
Robert
is giving
Coleman
us
on
a
the mic.
message.
In our pursuit for state championships, for scholarships, and to bring the city of Philadelphia.
Yeah, we're just listening in to Robert Coleman now.
He is the chairman of basketball of sports for the PIAA District 12.
Yeah, he is the District 12 chairman.
Yes.
And he, I believe, will be coming on for our halftime guest for the Star Athletes
Yes.
Online
Yes, he
halftime
will.
report. We've had him a number of times, but we can't have him on enough. He is the man. He
Yes.
has made this all possible. He is our point man, and
He's done a lot.
shout out to him and his office,
And he is
Mary Weldon
ceremonially
and Mary Daniels.
tossing.
Yeah, it's
This
a
is
ceremon-
not official. This is not official here. I hope it's not official. The kids think it is. Look at this. See,
Wow.
The man is wearing a suit, guys.
I think you could see off camera Coach Arigale kind of just smirking.
And
They-
the referees laugh too.
That's how anxious. That's how anxious these kids
That was
are
funny.
playing.
That
I
was
think
funny.
Imhotep got the idea, but
Yeah.
Newman Goretti got the tip. They're ready to score
Yeah.
a transition right there.
Referee Randy Pritzker got a good kick out of that one. He will be the actual tosser of this jump ball.
So jumping it up, Nigel Grant and Tony Toplin. Again, Newman Goretti in the black jerseys with the gold lettering and trim. Imhotep in their home white jerseys with the black and red trim and lettering. Imhotep controls the tip. This is Bagwell with the basketball. Now to Nigel Grant. Grant trying to make a move on the baseline. Goes in, reverse layup. Not a good shot.
No.
And rebound picked up by Hanif Sutton.
He had
Here
nowhere
come
to
the
go.
Saints. No, he did not. Sutton. Dribble handoff with Kimball. Kimball driving the lane outside Newton. He's going to drive in a floater from 10 feet away. He's got it. And Jaquan Newton, if he gets hot early, look out. Newman Goretti is very good when Jaquan Newton scores a lot of points.
Yes, and he goes right to work here against Imhotep.
Brandon Austin with the basketball. 2-0 lead here for Newman Goretti. Austin gets a couple of ball screens. He's
Long
stopping the key. He's going to
shot.
take a three. No good.
Not a good shot.
Rebound pulled down by Bagwell, though, but his putback is no good. Rebound, Sutton. Sutton up the floor, guarded by Bagwell, drives down the lane, puts it up, and it's blocked by Basile Thompson. Last touch by Imhotep. So 2 possessions for Imhotep and 2 not very smart shots.
I didn't like those shots at all. A little surprised at Brandon
Here's a
Austin.
drive inside by John Davis. Contact, no call, and the rebound is picked up by Bagwell. He's going in against Kimball, puts up a left hand, can't get it to go, and the rebound is put up and in by Nigel Grant, number 5 of Imhotep. So we're all tied up at 2. 6:51 here in quarter number 1. Got somewhat of a packed house here at Hagen Arena.
It's filled up.
Some of the top sections aren't filled, but hey, still a very nice turnout here for this city title doubleheader.
Yeah, again, about 4,000 people, I'm guessing.
That's a big place here.
It is. It's a nice arena.
Jaquan Newton with the basketball, gets a high ball screen, ball deflected away by Thompson, but Newton picks it back up. Now this is Kimball. He's going to drive in, pull up from 18 feet away. Air ball, missed everything. Austin comes down with the board. Austin bringing the ball up the floor. He's going to try and take it in himself. Nice look inside for Grant. He can't get it to go, but he's fouled. Great look by Brandon Austin.
Yes. And again, his arms are very long. He has a lot of length in his body. He can do a lot of things.
So going to the line for Imhotep, number 5, Nigel Grant. He's a 6'6" senior. And he's going to go to the line for 2. He's got the first 2 points of the game for Imhotep. And Grant's first free throw rolls in. And we talked about it. Newman Goretti probably a favorite in this game, but
Probably.
Imhotep, I think, was something to prove. I mean, they've been around.
Well.
They've won public
Yeah.
league titles, and they want a shot at Newman Goretti, the almighty giant of the Catholic League,
Yeah.
as Grant sinks too.
Well, look, I mean, Imhotep's been in big games for years now. 3 out of the last 4 state championships, I believe.
6:10 to play here in quarter number 1. Newman Goretti's Hanif Sutton brings the ball across the timeline. Imhotep in a man-to-man. Jaquan Newton with the ball left wing. He's guarded by Austin. That's the big-time matchup tonight. Newton drives in, outside. Sutton pump fake on the 3. Now a couple hesitations, kicks it outside. It's going to be a Kimball 3, and he's got it. Lamar Kimball, extremely dangerous from the outside. And Newman Goretti with a 5-4 lead. They lead by 1 here in quarter number 1. This is Jaquan Jones crossing the timeline. Guarded by Sutton.
2 Jaquans in this game. What are the odds of that?
Spelled differently.
Spelled differently is correct, yeah.
Brandon Austin.
There's your 6'7" guard, way outside.
He's going to drive down the left side. The layup is rejected by Tony Toplin, but the ball is taken back by
Look at this
Jaquan
move.
Jones. Brandon Austin with a spin move, and he lays it up and in. Wow, what a move, Brandon
yeah,
Austin.
seriously.
And Imhotep takes the lead back 6-5. 5:15 to play here in quarter number 1. As advertised so far.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, Brandon Austin has a special skill set.
This is Jaquan Newton guarded by Austin. Again, these are the two top players going at it. Got to love when they defend each other.
Oh, yeah.
John Davis to Sutton. Sutton top of the key. Now to Kimball. Kimball's going to get a ball screen from Toplin. Bagwell staying right with him. Now John Davis driving the baseline, falls down, and it's stolen away. Darryl Bagwell picking up the steal, now goes in for the layup. Rejected again by Tony Toplin. Now Thompson has the ball knocked away, but Bagwell picks it up. Now Jaquan Jones back to Bagwell. 4-3. No good off the back rim. Rebound chased down by Nigel Grant with the floorboard. And Imhotep will reset. Andre Noble, the coach for Imhotep, calling out the play. Austin, crossover. Pulls up, 15 feet away. He's got it. Brandon Austin feeling it here in the opening couple of minutes. Imhotep up 3 as we approach the midway point here in quarter number 1.
Brandon Austin has been very active so far.
Hanif Sutton with the ball. Dribble handoff. Jaquan Newton gets a couple of ball screens. Up top, pulls up from 18 feet away. No good off the back rim. Rebound, Basile Thompson. Oh, and Bagwell almost loses the ball out of bounds, but saves it. And now in the hands of Jaquan Jones. Jones calling the play. Dribbling to his left. Now this is Grant. He's going to take a jumper from 16 feet away. It's a little short. Rebound Kimball. Newman Goretti on the run. Up ahead, Davis. Great defense by Jaquan Jones to knock the ball away. That would have been easily a fast break layup for John Davis.
Saved the basket there. Great hustle by him.
3:40. Now to play here in the first quarter. Newman Goretti ball. Trailing by 3 to Imhotep. Kimball's going to try another one from deep, and this one's short. But Kimball with the hustle gets his own board. Bodies on the floor, ball on the floor, picked up by Thompson. Here comes Brandon Austin racing down the floor. He's going to go in, but pulls it back out. 18 feet away, no good off the back rim. Rebound Toplin. Ball trickling out of bounds. It will go to Newman Goretti. Last touch by Imhotep. Some wholesale changes for Imhotep. Abe Masali checking into the game, as well as number 21, Daimir Logan, and also number 33, Jaleel Myers. And we've seen it before. Andre Noble likes to make some moves in and out, as we have a couple of substitutions on Newman Goretti's side. Number 3, Troy Harper, and number 11, Jamal Custis.
Now, Andre Noble put Abraham Masali into the game. He's the one who hit the basket against Vaughs, and he went down court and made a tremendous move to put that
game winner.
The game winner. That is correct. The game winner.
Sutton with the ball. A couple of dribble handoffs around the perimeter for Newman Goretti. The Saints, the Catholic League champs. Imhotep, the Panthers in the white jerseys. The pub champs going at it here tonight at Hagan Arena. Only here on SFBN. And here's a pass outside deflected. Here's a chase for the ball. Austin has it.
Great pass.
Now picked up by Basile Thompson. He goes in, and before the shot is blocked by Troy Harper, Thompson was fouled, and that was going up. So Thompson will have 2 shots at the line, and that's going to be a foul number 1, Hanif Sutton. And I believe we're going to step away real quick for a timeout with 2:46 to play as Imhotep leads Newman Goretti 8-5. Timeout called by Newman Goretti. We'll be back here on SFBN, presented by Payroll Service Solutions.
Hi, I'm Tommy Green, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you're a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866.
Welcome back. Ari Bluestein, Jack Cap here with you. 30-second timeout called by head coach Carl Aragale. Obviously not liking the way the pace was going.
No.
As number 35, Basile Thompson at the line for 2. 6'6" junior. Misses the first, and he's getting some looks from Robert Morris and a couple of CAA teams. Probably Drexel giving him a look here in the city.
Yeah, Carl Aragale called an early timeout. I know coaches don't like to do that, but if they have to, they will.
Thompson's second free throw is good. Panthers with a 9-5 lead over the Newman Goretti Saints. Again, Newman Goretti in the black jerseys. They have the basketball. Imhotep in the home white. The public league teams were both home in today's games. Jaquan Newton with the ball. Imhotep in a matchup zone right now. Sutton, right wing. Now a nice pass
Steal.
inside is stolen away by Daimir Logan. Here comes Imhotep. Masali going in, left-handed layup, no good.
That's
Rebound out of bounds. Last touch by Imhotep.
the move he made against Vaux, that twisting left-handed layup.
That was a pretty good shot. I was actually able to watch that
Yes.
after I was done my Drexel obligations.
And were you interested to find that they held Rashid Jordan to 45 points?
Yeah, that I think did a pretty good job holding him down.
Yeah, wow.
He hit some monster shots in that
Wow.
game.
And a lot of free throws, too.
New McGrady with the ball, trailing by 4. Over 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Harper outside Kimball. Thought about a 3, and he traveled. A little hesitation there on Lamar Kimball, perhaps a little stutter step right there, and a turnover by the Saints.
He doesn't think so. I'm looking at his face, but
Well, usually the officials will look for that call,
Yep.
and even if it's just a little drag of that pivot foot, the call will be made. Masali with the basketball, top of the key, now to Basile Thompson. Looking down low for Austin, but couldn't get it to him. Now this is Daimir Logan, and we're going to have a whistle
Off the ball.
Looks like it's going to be a foul against Newman Goretti. And it will be on number 20, Jaquan Newton. Under 2 minutes to play now. A pretty low-scoring first quarter. Masali inbounding the ball underneath Imhotep's basket. Gets it to Austin, left corner. Trying to work against Jaquan Newton, but's got to kick it back out. Now Basile Thompson driving in. Scoop, right-handed shot, no good. Tip up, no good. Tavis corrals the rebound. Kimball on the run now. Bounce pass to Harper, puts it up, no good. Rebound Austin. A lot of contact, no call. The officials letting the guys play here. Austin gets a ball screen, hesitates. Now it's a corner, pump fake for Jaleel Myers. Tries to get it down low, and he's got a traveling violation on Basile Thompson. As number 20, Dion Evans, will check into the game for Basile Thompson.
Deion Evans is a big-time leaper.
Very low-scoring game, as I
Yep.
mentioned. Who do you think that favors this slow pace rather?
Well, so far, I think Imhotep's got the advantage there.
New McGrady basketball, trailing by 4. Troy Harper,
It's
and we've got
traveling.
another travel on Jaquan Newton.
Surprising.
Got to put the ball on the floor before you move that pivot foot.
It is correct, and he did travel. I saw it.
Of course, Jack Kapp, for those of you who do not know, PIAA official. So it's always good to have him here on the broadcast to give us the official's perspective.
That's my part-time job.
And here's a steal.
Here we
Custis,
go.
he's going to go in for a slam. Oh, yeah. That's our Stall Agency play of the game, a dunk from Jamal Custis. Stall Bonds and Insurance specializes in the construction business industry. For all your bonding and construction insurance needs, please go to their website, www.stollagency.com. And we've got the ball lost right in front of us here. And it's Imhotep basketball.
They are right in front of us.
And we got a pretty good view here on Press Row here at Hagan Arena.
Excellent lighting, too.
Under a minute to play. 9-7 is the score. Imhotep with the ball. Masali losing the ball out of bounds. It will remain with Imhotep. Coach Aragale of New McGrady saying that it touched off his leg, but it will stay with Imhotep.
Just one too many moves by Honest Abe there.
Masali. That's a good nickname, Honest Abe. I like
Honest
it.
Abe. Yeah.
Austin with the basketball, guarded by John Davis now. Interesting matchup here
Yes.
for New McGrady.
John
Austin
the Man Davis.
working his magic here against Davis. Cross court. Myers outside Masali. He pulls up at the foul line and he knocks it down.
He's not shy.
Abraham Masali, otherwise known as Honest Abe.
Honest Abe.
11-7. Imhotep has been in the lead for most of this first quarter, and I think New McGrady, they will hold for one. Coach Aragale just held up the one finger. Kimball's going to hold it, probably take it down to under 10. We're here in quarter number 1. Imhotep with a 4-point lead. The Saints looking to cut into the lead a little bit more. Here's Jaquan Newton on the move. Crossover. Outside, it's going to be a Harper 3. He's got it. Big 3 from Troy Harper, and that will end quarter number 1. It was a low-scoring first quarter, but an exciting one at that. 11-10 is the score. Imhotep leading over New McGrady. We'll be back with second quarter action right here on the Sports Fan Base Network, presented by Payroll Service Solutions, right after this.
Here, hope you enjoyed the first quarter of that game. That's the True City Championship. And what I mean by that is the two best teams in the city are playing each other, the Public versus the Catholic. Now, this used to be done for many, many years, 50, 60, 70 years, up through 1979. And the game you're watching, 2013, is the first time since 1979 where the true PCL champ played the true pub champ. Imhotep got here by beating Vaux in a tremendous game, a great, great ending. The PCL championship was St. Joe Prep losing to the eventual winner, New Magretti. So you're seeing New Magretti versus Imhotep, the two best teams in the city. 12 of the players, including the 10 starters, ended up playing college basketball. Some in Division I, some in Division II, some in a JUCO. 4 of these guys, including Jaquan Newton and Brandon Austin, went on to play professionally. So you're seeing some really, really quality basketball. I know this first quarter was a little slow and a little sloppy, but you're going to see the pace pick up. So stick with us. Enjoy the last 3 quarters. I'll see you at halftime.
And a lot of fans in attendance. I can definitely see this game getting a little rowdy towards the end if this game stays close like this. We start the second quarter. Newman Goretti has the basketball.
And I'll tell you one thing. Our halftime guest, Robert Coleman, if he senses something like that, he will not allow it to go on.
That's exactly right.
Yep.
Jamal Custis with the ball for Newman Goretti. Now passes to Kimball. Kimball down low to Davis, who has yet to score in this game. He's on the baseline, working against Nigel Grant. He's double-teamed. Ball out of bounds. It will remain with Newman Goretti. Great help defense that time by Abe Masali.
Yeah, and he was just bullying his way through there.
Lamar Kimball will inbound underneath the Saints basket outside Jaquan Newton. Newton's going to drive in against Bagwell. Dishes it off. It's knocked away and stolen. Here comes Imhotep. Masali. Nice bounce pass for Bagwell. The layup is rejected by Troy Harper. Boy, did he get up. Custis is going to go in again. Lays it up. It's good. And the foul. And just like that, the Saints have taken the lead. So you had transition the one way for Imhotep, rejected by Harper, comes back the other way, a transition bucket for Jamal Custis.
That's a bunch of block shots for Newman Goretti.
And Custis will go to the line to try and complete the old-fashioned three-point play with 7.5 minutes to play here in half number 1.
That's a third block shot for Newman Goretti so far in the first half.
And 2 by Toplin and 1 by Harper.
Right.
Custis free throw, off the bank and in.
Wow.
Friday night at 9:20, and the bank is open.
The bank stayed open late for that. Wow.
Imhotep with the ball, trailing by 2 now, 13-11. Newman Goretti
You don't see that
has
too often.
reeled off 6 straight points. Jaquan Jones with the basketball, guarded by Kimball. Jones dribbling down the lane, loses the ball. It's stolen away by Custis. Now here's a steal. Bagwell going in. No good. Rebound. Jones. Bodies on the floor. There's a scrum. Harper comes out with it. Here come the Saints. They've got numbers. Harper bounce pass to Davis. Reverse layup. He's got it. And another transition bucket for Newman Goretti. 15-11 is the score. And it's now 8 straight for Newman Goretti.
Yep, taking a 4-point lead here. Big screen outside there.
Bagwell, he's open for 3. He's got it. You cannot leave Daryl Bagwell open. He'll knock it down. He's the sharpshooter from the outside for Imhotep.
Perfect form on that.
Imhotep trims the lead to 1, 15-14. The Newman Goretti Saints still with the lead and the ball. Kimball to Jaquan Newton, top of the key. He's going to pull up for 3 to try to answer, and he does.
You know what? He does that a lot, Ari.
Jaquan and Newton with the answer, and here's a steal by Newman Goretti. Masali wasn't looking. Newton goes inside, draws the foul, and he'll go to the line. Oh, my goodness. Masali was looking at his coach, and the inbounds pass was made with Masali not looking, and it was knocked away by Newman Goretti. And now we've got 2 shots at the line for Jaquan Newton.
Jaquan Newton is stepping it up a little bit, as he can do.
Well, he seemed like he was a little gun-shy in the first quarter, but he certainly hasn't been gun-shy here in quarter number 2.
We've seen him do that before, where somebody hits a 3, and he comes right down court and bangs a 3 just to get it back.
Anything you could do, I can do better.
Yeah.
As Newton sinks free throw number 1, and Brandon Austin will come back into the game. Smart move there by Coach Noble, getting his star player back in the game. Newton will have another. Saints in the lead by 5. And the free throw is missed. Rebound pulled down by Basile Thompson. And here comes Brandon Austin leading the charge. Goes in, outside Bagwell, another 3. This one's a little forced, but the rebound goes right to Thompson, and he puts it up and in. Basile Thompson, Johnny on the spot right there. And he puts it up and in, trimming the lead to 3, 19-16, under 6 minutes to play. Jaquan Newton getting a ball screen, going to drive in against Austin, spin move, and we're going to have a foul probably before the shot. And
Great spin
that's
move.
going to go against Basile Thompson of Imhotep. So it will be Newman Goretti basketball.
You got a nice dish off at the end of that spin move.
Yeah, you've got some serious talent on the floor right
Yep,
now,
yep.
especially with Newton and Austin. As Newton going to take on Austin, dishes it outside. It's going to be a corner 3 for Kimball, and it rims out. Rebound corralled by Custis. He puts it up, no good, but he draws the foul. And it's going to be on Basile Thompson, and that will be number 2. Very quickly, Thompson picking up 2 fouls within about 20 seconds. That is his second, it's confirmed. So we'll see what Coach Noble decides to do, and he's going to get him out of the game.
Yep.
Daimir Logan is going to check back in. As number 11, Jamal Custis will go to the line, the athletic 6'5" junior.
And Custis garnered some space down there underneath in the weight room.
Yeah, he's a big, strong kid. As
Yep.
his first free throw is no good. He used the bank last time.
Yeah,
Maybe he should go back to the bank. Yeah, Thompson's going to have to exit with 2 fouls. Probably will not see him for the remaining 5:43 here in the second
5:43.
quarter.
Yeah, Custis is a very athletic body. He's a big kid.
Custis, second shot,
Missed
no
it.
good. Rebound, the floorboard corralled by Jaquan Jones. Jones up ahead. Grant can't handle the pass. Unfortunate. And we've seen a couple of times, Imhotep has had some chances to score in transition. They
Yeah.
haven't done it.
No, they've had some turnovers on that. 4th turnover for the game so far for Imhotep.
Newman Goretti with the basketball now.
And surprisingly, 7 turnovers for Newman Goretti.
Jaquan Newton.
3-point lead.
Guarded by Austin. Saints with the ball and a 3-point lead, as my partner Jack Cap just mentioned. John Davis going to take a fadeaway baseline jumper. It's a little short. That's not his game.
No.
That's definitely not his game. He'll knock down some of those shots. As here's Jones driving in. Scoop shot rejected by Toplin again. His third
Again.
block. Here comes Toplin up the floor.
He
Oh,
lost
and
it.
that's going to be a double dribble.
Yeah, he lost it. He took his eyes off
You
what he was
never,
doing. He just got confused there.
you never want your big man taking it down the floor.
No. That's,
I'm sure that's what Coach Arregale does not want.
no, it's always an adventure when a big man dribbles down the floor on a fast break.
Unless you're Brandon Austin.
Well, that's a different kind of big man. That's why I say he has that unusual skill set, because he is a true. Look at that move.
Wow.
There he
Spins right
goes.
around Newton.
And look at
Crossover.
it. Look at the long
Outside
arms.
Bagwell. Pump fake about the 3. Now Bagwell running across the lane, and he gets it to go off the backboard. Nice move from Daryl Bagwell. Cutting the lead to 1 now. It's 19-18. Newman Goretti, the Saints, with the lead over the Panthers of Imhotep. Harper driving in, drawing some contact, and it'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be a blocking foul. I believe it's going to go against Nigel Grant. And if I'm not mistaken, that's number 2 on Grant. Is that correct? Oh, no, it's just his first. Okay. First team
Yep.
foul. So Troy Harper will go to the line for 2 for Newman Goretti with about 4.5 minutes to play here in the first half. Again, you're watching the Sports Fan Base Network presented by Payroll Service Solutions. Ari Bluestein, Jack Cap here with you, coming to you live from Hagen Arena for the 4A City title game as Harper makes the first free throw. And Jaleel Myers will come in for Nigel Grant. And again, if you're just joining us, this is a true city championship.
Yep.
Imhotep won the pub. Newman Goretti won the Catholic League. First time in a long time.
And I used to go to all those old games when I was a kid. They were great.
Harper, second free throw, rims out, but John Davis gets the offensive board.
pulling
And he
his
stepped
way.
on the end line.
That's a turnover. He just bulled his way in there. He's a little frustrated right now.
Davis does have that transition reverse layup, but
Yes, he does.
but other than that, he's really kind of been frustrated.
He seems a little tight. It's unusual for him. John the Man Davis. Yep. Looks like he's 25. Yeah.
I'm going to start calling you Chris Berman, just giving everybody nicknames.
I know, yeah.
Oh, Jaleel Myers
Turnover.
loses the ball out of
Took his
bounds.
eyes off it,
Kind of
yeah.
a little, he looked up before he
Yeah.
caught the basketball.
He already had his second move planned, catch, and he was going to move, but can't do that.
Newman Goretti ball leading by 2, 20-18. We're here in the second quarter. Tony Toplin, top of the key, hands it off. No, he doesn't hand it off to Kimball. Instead, gets it down low to John Davis. Working against Logan. Shot blocked from behind by Myers. Gets a second shot, and it rims out. Rebound Austin. Good effort, though, by John Davis. Austin has the ball. Crossing the timeline. Drives inside. A floater. No good. A little wild. Davis with the board. Here comes Davis up the floor. He loses the ball. Jaquan Jones picks it up, but he was out of bounds when he tried to save it. And it will remain New Goretti basketball.
He
So,
never got control.
so we saw Toplin try to bring the ball down the floor.
Mistake.
John Davis bring the ball down the floor. Both did not end well for
Nope.
New Goretti.
Nope.
Fortunately, the Saints still keep the ball, though.
That's why certain guys are called ball handlers. And it's a mistake sometimes.
Jaquan Newton with a long three. No good. Rebound Austin. That was way out of his range, I think.
25
Here's
feet.
Austin going inside. The shot is
Again.
rejected, but he traveled.
Yeah,
I think
another
that's
block
the-
shot,
It was
though.
another, but before the block shot, it was a
Right. Oh,
traveling
yeah.
violation.
Yep.
I think that's an accurate call. Austin
Yeah,
took a
definitely.
little too many steps.
That's 6 turnovers now for Imhotep.
As looks like number 21, Dymere Logan. Oh, excuse me, number 11, Carnell Harley, the 6'6 sophomore, will check in for the first time. And he'll come in for Brandon Austin. Hanif Sutton to Lamar Kimball. Playing a little two-man game here as Imhotep in a zone. Jaquan Newton in the corner, double teamed, has to kick it back out. Sutton to Kimball. Pump fake on the three. New Goretti showing some patience. Sutton turns it over. It's knocked away. Bagwell up ahead. And that ball is thrown away, but it's saved by Bagwell, but he saves it to New Goretti. This is going to be a fast break layup for Lamar Kimball, and he puts it up and in. 22-18, and again, we've seen Imhotep fail in transition a number of times, and it has
Another
led to
turnover.
transition buckets for New Goretti.
That's
So,
right.
so easily this game could be flip-flopped if Imhotep could cash in on the fast
Yep.
breaks.
Counterattacks by Newman Goretti are successful.
Bagwell with the
Turnovers.
basketball. Passes,
Yep,
and it's
there it goes
intercepted.
again.
A bad pass there. Sutton, and the ball is kicked way up in the air by Jaquan Jones. And it looks like Andre Noble wants to call a timeout and talk things over. It's going to be a full
Yep.
timeout with 2:32 to play here in the second quarter. Newman Goretti 22, Imhotep 18. We'll be right back here on SFBN presented by Payroll Service Solutions. It was a
Surprisingly
low-scoring
game.
low-scoring first quarter. It was 11-10.
Yep.
Imhotep had the lead after quarter number
That's
one.
right. That's right. And now it's a 4-point spread.
Yeah, well, Newman Goretti's got a lot of transition buckets here in the second quarter.
they have.
And you've got a three from Kimball.
Well-
Harper hit a three at the end of the first quarter.
That's right.
And Jaquan Newton hit a big three to answer a Bagwell three.
Imhotep's lucky they're not behind by more.
If Imhotep also, they could cash in on fast breaks, they could be up. Newman Goretti with the ball out of the timeout called by Coach Andre Noble of Imhotep. Kimball's going to drive baseline, cross court, Jaquan Newton.
Got
He's
it
going to
right.
drive in. It's a floater from the baseline, no good. Rebound, Dion Evans. Austin up ahead to Jaquan Jones, who's been quiet so far. Drives inside, pulls up from 10 feet away, no good off the back rim. Rebound deflected by Davis and picked up by Grant, and he passes it before he falls to the floor. Grant's going to work inside against Davis, puts up a fadeaway shot, no good. Rebound, John Davis. Here come the Saints. Kimball, pump fake on the three, tries to drive in, nothing there. He's got to kick it back out. Here's Hanif Sutton. Bounce pass to Jaquan Newton. Newman Goretti showing some patience here. Imhotep in a 2-1-2 zone. Newton getting a ball screen, goes inside. We're going to have a foul on Imhotep.
Smack to the head. That's what I think we
I
saw
believe that's
there.
the call. It's going to be on number 11, Carnell Harley of Imhotep.
Referees for this game, I don't think we've identified them, have we? Ben Moore, George Geis, and Randy Pritzker, who just called that smack to the forehead.
I believe that you mentioned the one official who threw up the real jump ball
That was,
to start the game.
That was Randy Pritzker, right? He's the R in this game.
Jaquan Newton with a dribble drive, and it's a floater, and he gets it to go. 24-18, the Saints with a 6-point lead over the Panthers of Imhotep. Jaquan Jones with the basketball. Imhotep could use some offense here to get
Yes,
some
they-
momentum going into the half.
They could. Brandon Austin's way outside.
Pulls up, that's going to be short.
I don't like the shot.
Rebound Harper. Here come the Saints marching down the floor. Harper tries to
Stolen.
pass. The ball is intercepted, but Austin loses it out of bounds. And it will remain with Newman Goretti. You can see Austin's length right there, racing
Yes.
down the floor and able to get in that passing lane.
Yep, his wingspan is very big. Probably 6'8", 6'9".
Kimball, corner three. It's long. Rebound, Nigel Grant. Austin up the floor, crossing the timeline. Crossover. A floater is rejected
Blocked.
again by Tony Toplin. And Newman Goretti has the basketball. In transition, the Saints. Harper has it. Puts up a shot rejected by Carnell Harley. And we're going to have a push foul on Jaquan Newton. He didn't like the call. That's the second personal foul on Jaquan Newton.
And the block shots are building up on both sides.
Yeah, Tony Toplin, I believe, has 4 blocks.
Yeah, we have 4 also for Imhotep. Spread out, though, amongst 4 players.
Imhotep ball, 42 seconds and counting to play. Here in half number 1. Coming to you live from Hagan Arena here at St. Joe's University. Daquan Jones loses the handle, but it's picked up. Now inside to Austin. He's double teamed. Now gets it inside. Nice look inside for Dion Evans. Dion Evans, his first bucket of the game. 24-20 is the score, and Newman Goretti will probably hold for 1 shot.
Yep, we're down to 16, 14.
Saints up by 4, looking to make it a little bit more going into the half. Under 10. Harper looking to make a move, goes inside, kicks it outside. Sutton, pump fake on the 3, drives in, running shot, and then is blocked by Carnell Harley, and Austin throws it up ahead, but the time expired before anything could happen there. We'll go into the half with the score. Newman Goretti 24, Imhotep 20. What a great first half, even though it was a slow first half. Coming up, we'll have the Star Athletes Online halftime report right after this.
So we talked after the first quarter about some of the great players that went on to play college, and some have touched the surface of professional basketball. Jaquan Newton, of course, being one of them. He was a junior at this time in 2013, and he went on to become the all-time leading scorer in PCL history, Catholic League history, and of course in Newman Goretti history. He was also the Player of the Year in Pennsylvania in his senior year, played 4 years for University of Miami, and is now in the NBA G League. He's quite a player, and you're seeing him picking up the pace a little bit in the second quarter. He started off slow, but he's starting to show some of the flashes that he was well known for. Something you want to note is that Imhotep chose to go from a man-to-man into a 1-3-1 zone, and then briefly back to the man-to-man, but ending up in the 1-3-1, which they played for most of the game. So watch the defense as this game progresses, and you'll see Imhotep causing a lot of turnovers in that 1-3-1 and getting some opportunities on the fast break. They're not really finishing sometimes, and Newman Goretti's getting a lot of block shots by Tony Toplin. He has 4 in the first half, and you're going to see him end up with a big game in block shots, 6 block shots. So pay attention. See you after the third quarter.
Robert, thank you for joining us here at halftime.
Oh, thank you very much, Ari, for having us, and thanks for being here tonight.
Sure, and I heard you give a little pregame speech, talking to the crowd, talking about, winning some state titles. I mean, how great is it to see the turnout here tonight at Hagan Arena supporting your teams here in the city?
It's fantastic turnout. Great to see the city of Philadelphia come together, true city of brotherly love, support both PCL, PPL, and as you very well know and your listening audience knows, that both of these teams will continue in the state tournament and perhaps even meet again.
Right, and we had a couple of teams earlier, King versus Roman. Roman ends up winning, but I thought King put up a pretty good fight. And, of course, they will both venture on into the 4A bracket of the District 12, the PIAA state playoffs.
Right. Roman and King went at it very well. We'll also look to have St. Joe. They won last night. So we've got some exciting teams, not just in the 4A, the 3A. We have MCS and Volk still in it. They'll perhaps meet again in the state semifinals, and we hope that Sports Fan Base Network is right there with us along the way, road to the championship.
Well, that sounds like a good plan, and we'll see if we can make that happen and coordinate. Of course, you have given us this opportunity, so we want to give this opportunity to thank you for giving us the opportunity here on SFBN. Now, you talk about this game right now, Newman Goretti up 4. We had a thriller of a game last Sunday, Volks and Imhotep in the Public League final. What do you think? You think this game is going to come down to the wire too?
Yeah, absolutely. This game is not over by no stretch of the imagination. Imhotep will make another serious run at it. Goretti will be back, and I'm hopeful that this game will end after the second or perhaps third overtime, much like the MCS Volks game did back, MCS and King, or Volks and King. about during regular season. I also want to look at sports, Ari, as the transition for closing some of the schools in Philadelphia and having the athletes go to the new schools and taking that school spirit with them. So this is what, for me, it's all about. Closing a school like Bach, having all their football team, their basketball team moving into South Philadelphia, and having the fans, the school spirit, travel with the players into South Philadelphia. And so Philadelphia will become smaller in numbers, but a lot more concentrated in our efforts to win state championships. What you will see in the future are strong 3A and 4A schools with large populations, very athletic programs with students not only acquiring scholarships, but winning state championships and knocking people off along the way. I promise we'll have a team within 2 years that will beat Chester and go on to the state championship.
Sounds like a plan. I mean, Chester, a pretty good team. But Robert Coleman, thank you very much for joining us, the head of the Office of Athletics for the School District of Philadelphia and the PIAA District 12 chair. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the individual stats for you from the first half. You're watching SFBN, presented by Payroll Service Solutions.
Hi, I'm Marty Bystrom, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. In my experience in Major League Baseball, I know how important it is for high school athletes to gain exposure. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you are a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAYS.
Numa Goretti first.
Numa Goretti, Troy Harper with 4, Lamar Kimball 5, 2 for John Davis, 5 for Jamal Custis, and 8 for Jaquan Newton.
And that's a low number for Jaquan Newton.
It is a low number, yep.
All right, so what do we have for Imhotep?
Imhotep, we have 4 for Brandon Austin, a little light on the score here. 2 for Abraham Masali, 4 Nigel Grant, 2 Dion Evans, 5 Daryl Bagwell, and 3 for Basil Thompson.
Yeah, now you look at Brandon Austin only with 4 points. I think that's really the key for Imhotep.
Yeah.
Imhotep only down 4 with Brandon Austin only with 4 points.
Yeah.
To me, that's got to be a big confidence booster for Imhotep. If Austin can get it going, I mean, we saw him in the first quarter. He had 4 points right off the bat. Then kind of went quiet. So we'll see what I think that's really the key in the second half for Imhotep, to see if Brandon Austin can get things going.
I think you're going to see him posting up a little bit. I think they're going to change the game for him a little bit. He's 2 for 8 from the field. He's got 4 rebounds. He's also got a couple turnovers and a couple steals. He's been active, but he has not been taking great shots.
And on Numa Goretti's side, you have Jaquan Newton starting to get things going a little bit. He's got 8 points, but he's another guy. And again, we talked about these 2 guys, Jaquan Newton, Brandon Austin, 2 of the best players in the city going at it here tonight.
Yeah, now Jaquan Newton shooting 50% from the field.
Right.
He could be a little more active here in the second half. We'll see what happens.
I guess we will see. We're about a minute away. We're going to step away real quick, and we'll get ready for the second half between Imhotep and Numa Goretti. That concludes the Star Athletes Online halftime report. We'll be back here on SFBN, presented by Payroll Service Solutions. Welcome back. Ari Bluestein, Jack Cap here with you, ready to start the second half. And interesting, I just noticed about Imhotep's shoes. You got Basil Thompson with some pink shoes.
Yeah.
And you have Brandon Austin right in front of me here. He's got some dark blue with light blue laces.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And Numa Goretti with the all gold sneakers. Some of them do.
Very fashionable shoes.
Very colorful. That's kind of like the new trend.
Yeah.
That's kind of the new trend there.
Evidently. They're expensive shoes. It's good shoe conversation to start the second half.
Always like to start everything off with a little banter.
And now we move to
this is the
shirts.
Hey,
Okay,
big second half here for both of these teams. Imhotep and Numa Goretti. Imhotep with the ball to start.
He's outside again.
That's Austin.
Yep.
Bagwell putting up a 3. It's short. Rebound Hanif Sutton. Here come the Saints. Jaquan Newton going to drive in against Austin. Nice little move inside to John Davis. Great vision by Jaquan Newton. Great pass right there. Imhotep basketball. The Saints with a 6-point lead. Again, it's been a very low-scoring game here today. Much more low-scoring than the first game, as there's Austin driving in. Nice move. Left-handed layup reverse. He's got it. What a phenomenal move that time by Brandon Austin.
That really is incredible movement, body work by Brandon Austin.
It's not as loud here to start the second half. I think people are coming back from the concession stands, realizing the game has just started. Newton left wing guarded by Austin. It's a 4-point game. Saints with the lead in the ball. Newton driving in. The ball stripped from behind, but they're going to call a foul. And I think that's going to go against Brandon Austin on the reach in from behind.
That's a good call by Ben Moore. I thought it was a steal, but it was a foul.
Yeah, there was a
Ben
foul
saw it. Ben saw
on a
it.
reach
Yep.
from behind. And it will be Newman Goretti basketball. They will inbound underneath the Saints basket. Sutton to Newton. Dribble handoff here with Sutton. Back to Kimball. He's going to take a three. He's got it. The sharpshooter for the Saints, Lamar Kimball, knocks it down. And it's now a 7-point lead for Newman Goretti. Masali outside. It's going to be a Bagwell three to answer, and it's no good. He can't answer it. And Newton collides with a photographer. And the ball will remain with Imhotep.
At least he didn't kick the photographer like Dennis Rodman used to. Thank God for that.
Masali to Austin.
Look at this.
Austin's going to make some moves, guarded by Jaquan Newton.
Look at the ball handling skills. For
Now outside to a cutting Masali, has his ball knocked away. And the last touch by Jaquan Newton of Newman Goretti will remain with Imhotep.
I'm starting to say the ball handling skills for a man that size are really amazing. Another block shot for Newman Goretti.
Masali inbounding, gets it to Bagwell. Bagwell to Thompson, who wasn't really looking for the pass. Now Nigel Grant has it, muscles his way inside. Another block by Toplin, but Grant very persistent, and he puts the ball up and in on the putback. 29-24 is your score. Imhotep down 5. Hanif Sutton, top of the key, bounce pass to Toplin. Toplin looking, now hands off Kimball. He's going to try another three. Rims out. Good look, though, again from Kimball. Here comes Darryl Bagwell racing up the floor to Austin in the corner. Steps back for three. He's got it. Nice little stutter step there.
Yep. He shook the defender off.
To get Lamar Kimball off him.
That was a great move.
And Lamar Kimball actually came down the court smiling. I guess he liked that move, too.
That was a great move.
29-27 is the score. Newman Goretti with a 2-point lead. And let's see if Austin can get things going. But Jaquan Newton has the basketball. The star for Newman Goretti. Outside Sutton. He's going to put up a three. And it rims in and out. Rebound, Masil Thompson. Here comes Abe Masali up the floor. Masali, spin move. Outside to Grant. Grant going to try and take Toplin, and he loses the ball. John Davis picks it up. Here comes Jaquan Newton against Austin. Rejected by Brandon Austin.
With authority.
Wow. A lot of block shots in this game, as you mentioned, on both sides.
That's right. 6 block shots for Imhotep. I think the same amount for Newman Goretti.
Jaquan Newton on the outside. Saints retain possession. Newton crossover, drives in, outside. Sutton loses the ball, but he picks it back up. Sutton dribbling outside, gets a high ball screen from Toplin. Now a dribble handoff here from Newton. Now Newton takes the screen from Toplin. Newton's going to pull up for three. No good off the back rim. Rebound, Basil Thompson of Imhotep.
5th rebound for Thompson.
And that's big, because we've seen games where Thompson has come to play and other games where he's been kind of quiet.
That's actually his 5th defensive rebound. He's got an offensive one also.
Oh, and
Stolen.
Davis takes it away from Grant. Davis going to coast in. Oh, and that's a push foul, and they've got it.
Yep.
That's one official has the intentional foul call as Nigel Grant pushed John Davis in the back.
Frustration foul by Nigel Grant.
And you know what? With Imhotep getting some of the momentum back, that is not a smart foul by Nigel Grant, because that's 2 shots and the ball for Newman Goretti.
That play, Ari, is never a smart play. Shoving a guy from behind. It just should never happen.
Davis with the behind-the-head free throw. This time it's no good.
That's our favorite free throw right there.
I think that's one of the first misses I've seen from him all year long.
Yeah. Watch his release point, folks. We've talked about it before in previous broadcasts. A very unusual release point.
The second free throw is good. So it's a 3-point lead for Newman Goretti.
It'll be coming out in the baseline.
Nigel Grant has been taken out of the game by Coach Noble. I'm sure he didn't like that move.
No. Andre does not like stuff like that.
Coming into the game is number 21, Daimir Logan.
Herb McGee would not approve of John Davis's foul shot. We've mentioned that before.
Jaquan Newton with the ball outside to Sutton. 4.5 to play here in the third quarter. Imhotep down 3, Newman Goretti with the ball. Hanif Sutton, dribble handoff with Kimball. Kimball dribbling in, nothing there. He's got to kick it back out. This is Sutton driving in. Down low, good look for Toplin. He puts it in and the foul.
Great pass.
Great pass and great finish by Tony Toplin. And he'll go to the line to try and convert the three-point play. And just like that, if Toplin makes this free throw, that's a 4-point swing created by the intentional foul by Nigel Grant.
Yeah, that was just not a smart play. I'm sure Andre Noble told him about it. 5-point lead, 4 minutes and 14 seconds remaining. Third assist for Hanif Sutton.
And Imhotep going with a big lineup as Jaleel Myers checks in. Toplin missing the free throw, rebound Austin. So you can see on the floor, it's Masali with all guys over 6'6".
Yeah, that's a big team.
Brandon Austin outside Thompson. Thompson drives baseline, goes in against Toplin. Rejected again by Tony Toplin.
Wow.
And Toplin picks up the loose ball. Here come the Saints.
A lot of block shots in this game, as we mentioned just previously.
Jaquan Newton with the basketball for Newman Goretti. Drives past Austin. Weaves his way inside, puts up a shot, and he's got it. Big time move from Jaquan Newton.
Great body control.
And it's 34-27 and a little mini 5-0 run here for Newman Goretti. Masali driving in. It's a floater off the backboard. No good. Rebound Toplin. Here come the Saints. Jaquan Newton crossing the timeline. Now to Sutton. Back to Kimball. He's going to try another three, and it's short. That was a little bit long
24
in
feet
terms
at
of,
least.
a little bit beyond the three-point line. Now here comes Austin. And before Austin goes in, Andre Noble calling a timeout with 3:12 to play here in the third quarter. Imhotep with the ball. This is a battle for the number 1 seed in the 3A division. Brandon Austin getting a ball screen. Now he drives in, nowhere to go, loses the ball but gets it back, and he's trapped. Has to get it back outside Jaquan Jones, who has really been quiet in today's game. Jones, crossover of Harper, going inside, a floater, no good, as he hits the floor hard.
Yeah.
But a foul was called.
Dangerous crossover and a dangerous drive to the hoop. He
I
could
believe
have
that's
got hurt on that.
yeah, I believe that's going to be a foul on Troy Harper right there. 3 team fouls for Imhotep, 1 team foul for Newman Goretti here in the second half as Jaquan Jones at the line for 2. And Jones yet to score in this game, and there's his first bucket, his first point rather.
Yep.
1 point for him. And really, Jones not scoring and Brandon Austin not having a lot of points, and Imhotep is still in this game. Jones knocks down both.
Still a low-scoring game.
34-29 is the score. Imhotep trailing by 5. It's Newman Goretti basketball. This is the 4A city title game. Coming to you live from Hagan Arena here at St. Joseph's University.
The old city title games used to be played at the Palestra. They were big-time
Well, that's where the
affairs.
Catholic League playoffs were.
Yes, it is. 9,000 people fit into the Palestra.
Imhotep back in that 2-1-2 zone, and Newman Goretti taking some time. Jaquan Newton trying to take Austin off the dribble. Nothing there. Now he's going to try and get back in again. Still nothing there. Has to get it back outside to Hanif Sutton. Back to Newton. Imhotep locking it down on the defensive end. Sutton to Troy Harper. Harper driving in, kicking it. No, he takes it in himself, and he misses a shot.
I think there was a foul there.
Rebound, Daimir Logan. Yeah, a lot of contact, no call. As Jaquan Jones brings it across the timeline for Imhotep. Jones. This is a Jaleel Myers 3, and it's way off.
Out of his
But
range.
Jones chases it down, but Brandon
He had a
Austin.
foul there, yep.
Yeah, I believe he fouled Troy Harper as Harper went to the floor hard. And that is the second personal foul on Brandon Austin with 1:37 to play.
Long shot from the corner by Jaleel Myers.
And Myers, 6'6" forward. I don't know if Coach Noble likes that shot.
No, I don't think he wanted that. That's not the shot of his choice.
And we've seen that all night. Imhotep hasn't taken a lot of good shots.
No, quality shots.
Right, the scorers haven't been taking the good shots.
And they're still only down 5.
Right, they're still in it. Newman Goretti hasn't played especially well either.
No.
And here's Newton for 3, and he's got it. He heard us talking about that. He's like, oh, not playing well? Take this then. Jaquan Newton with his second three-pointer of the game. It's now an 8-point lead for the Saints of Newman Goretti.
And after he shot it, he blew the smoke off both of his forefingers.
Austin.
Big screen out there.
to Jones. Now in the corner, Myers going to try another three. This time no good. At least he touched rim this time.
Yeah.
Went off the back rim. Rebound, John LeMan Davis.
Oh, man.
Jaquan Newton crossover, driving inside, a floater, kicks it in the corner. Harper for a three, no good. The tip in, no good by Custis. And now the rebound by Davis, and he gets it to go.
That's a man's rebound right there.
That is a man's rebound.
Wow.
And now it's a double-digit lead for Numa Goretti, the first of the game. Brandon Austin, right wing. Imhotep needs an answer, and they need it soon.
Long
Can
shot.
Austin do it? No good off the back rim. Rebound deflected out of bounds. It will remain with Imhotep. Coming into the game for Imhotep, number 5, Nigel Grant, and number 23, Darryl Bagwell. Haven't seen Abe Masali for a while.
No, he's been sitting. I think he started earlier in the year.
Right? Coach
yeah.
Noble has changed his lineup a little bit, but Masali obviously
right.
still gets starter minutes, but not today.
He even
Austin
changed-
has an opening as the defender falls down, and now he steps back for three, no good off the back rim, but rebound by Seal Thompson. He goes in, scoop shot, no good, tip in, no good. Grant gets the board, but it was knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Custis of Numa Goretti. 18.3 to go, and Brandon Austin keeps killing the defenders with these step-back moves.
Yeah, his autobiography is going to read, "How I Created Space as a High School Player." He's got a lot of moves.
Is that the title or the subtitle?
That might be the subtitle.
That's a long title.
Yeah.
Brandon Austin to Jaquan Jones. Right near the Hawk at midcourt here at Hagan Arena, the home of the St. Joe Hawks. Jaquan Jones, ball screen, Nigel Grant, under 5. Jones, fadeaway, baseline jumper, it's short. Rebound, Grant deflects it out of bounds, but time will expire. And that will go to the fourth quarter with, again, a very low-scoring game. Numa Goretti
Surprising.
39, Imhotep 29. We'll be back with fourth quarter action and the 4A City title right after this here on SFBN, presented by Payroll Service Solutions.
So the halftime ended up Numa Goretti up by 4. Tep went into a man. Imhotep went into a man very briefly early in the third quarter, and then switched back to their 1-3-1. There was a point where Brandon Austin was picking up the pace a little bit and showing his abilities. He's a great ball handler. He has great court awareness, vision. He's got it all. Very important thing that happened in that quarter was an intentional foul on Big John Davis of Numa Goretti on the breakaway. Nigel Grant fouled him intentionally. He got 2 shots. He made one of them. But there was about a 5-point swing in that particular sequence of events. Not a very good thing for Imhotep. And subsequent to that, Numa Goretti went up by 7. And something you don't see too often, Coach Andre Noble actually called a timeout in mid-penetration by his guard, Brandon Austin. He's a big man, but he's a guard. Was driving to the hoop, and right in the middle of the drive, Andre Noble didn't like what he was seeing, called a timeout. It's a very important moment there. It allowed Imhotep to get their rhythm back a little bit, although they ended up down by 10 with some great play by Jaquan Newton, firing a 3 against the zone, his second of the game. He's a great player, as you can see.
Hi, I'm Tommy Green, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you're a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866.
Welcome back. You're watching SFBN presented by Payroll Service Solutions. It's the 3A City title game. Numa Goretti and Imhotep, and Numa Goretti with the ball in the black jerseys with the gold trim. Imhotep in the home white jerseys with the red and black trim. Numa Goretti up 10. It's the lone double-digit lead of the game as Jaquan Newton has the ball. Crossover. Now, nice look inside for Custis. Ball last touched by Masali, and it will be Numa Goretti basketball. So Abe Masali checking back into the game finally after pretty much missing that entire third quarter.
I don't think Custis was ready for that great pass by Jaquan Newton.
Newton, he's going to take a long 3, and it's no good. Now, a lot of guys hopping up for that rebound, and they're going to call the foul. Let's see, I don't know if it's on John Davis.
It's like John Davis, right?
Yeah. Oh, no, it's going to be on Custis.
Oh, Custis, okay. There's a lot of activity on that rebound. Here we come now.
Brandon Austin with the basketball. And this is Abe Masali for Imhotep, slowing it down.
Now he's posting
Now
up.
Brandon Austin driving baseline. He's fouled by John Davis. And Imhotep's going to need a little more of that, some more aggression.
Yep. I want to see Austin posting up this quarter. 7:16 remaining, down by 10.
And I think the key is making shots. And here's Brandon Austin at the line, and his first free throw is good. Making shots and obviously getting stops.
Yeah. Well, this will bring him within 8 if he hits it, and I just jinxed him again, I'm quite sure.
Austin's second free throw
No.
is good. There you go. Your first non-broadcaster's jinx.
Non-broadcast jinx. It's over.
That's what you think. 39-31, 8-point lead for New Goretti. Imhotep putting on a little bit of a zone press. Troy Harper has the ball. Ball knocked away from behind. Harper goes to the floor, and they call a travel as Harper launched the ball back at the official. That was definitely – oh, we got some pushing and shoving here now. I think that was definitely a foul.
I thought I saw a foul there, but the referees are closer to the play, and there may not have been disadvantage caused there. He did go into a travel, though.
Masali to Nigel Grant, now to Brandon Austin.
So he's posting now.
Austin working in the post, spin move, fade away, right-handed shot, no good, rebound Newton. Here come the Saints marching down the floor. Jaquan Newton is fouled by Brandon Austin as Austin goes into the New Goretti cheerleaders. And going to the line will be Jaquan Newton.
He's so long and lean, it was 4 laps he went across there.
Newton at the line, and he's had himself a heck of a game here today.
He's a player.
First free throw is good.
Wonder where he'll end up next year.
Not sure, but he's getting a lot of looks, though.
The year after, actually, yeah. He's getting a lot of attention.
9-point lead for the Saints. Newton's second free throw is good, making it a 10-point game.
10-point game. 6:45 remaining.
Masali with the ball. Imhotep putting on a little bit of a press. Masali pushing off Troy Harper, no call. Now Masali losing it, out of control a little bit, has to throw it away. Wow. A little bit out of control for Abe Masali. John Davis ahead to Jaquan Newton. New Goretti looking to put the foot down on Imhotep and nail this victory and get a city title again.
They're going to use a little clock here. Here he goes.
Newton driving in, some contact, loses the ball. Now Harper has it. He drives in, puts up a shot, and it rolls out.
Crazy shot.
Rebound saved by Bagwell, but he stepped on the end line, so it will remain with New Goretti. Overall, a pretty sloppy game here today. Not really what we expected here.
No, that ball should have been saved.
6:09 remaining to play. John Davis, he's going to take a long jumper, top of the key, no good.
Not his
Rebound,
shot.
Basile Thompson. I've seen him knock down that shot, but, in rhythm when he's got a lot of space. Austin, pump fake on the 3, goes in. Right-handed scoop shot, no good. Grant tried to get the putback. Now the ball's on the floor. Grant picks it up, puts it in the lane, and they're going to call travel on Nigel Grant.
Third turnover for Grant. That was a heck of a drive by Brandon Austin just before that.
Yes, it was.
I thought he was going to finger roll that in.
Yeah, it was close.
Well, he's got a lot of future in him, a lot of future basketball.
New Goretti with the ball, leading by 10. Troy Harper crossing the timeline, guarded by Masali. Now to Kimball.
They're going to take some time off again.
Obviously, you're here in the fourth quarter, you want to take some time off.
Yep.
Kimball dribbling. Now to John Davis. In the corner, knocked away by Masali, but Davis kicks it out of the air, but he loses the ball out of bounds. It will be Imhotep ball. This is Imhotep's chance, like right now.
Yes.
Chance to get back into this game. Big possession, in my opinion.
This is a key moment in the game here.
Nigel Grant's going to drive the baseline. Scoop shot, he's got it.
Wow.
The big man
Power move.
drives inside. All right, 41-33, cut to an 8-point lead now. New Goretti ball. And the Saints playing a little two-man game here. Kimball and Harper.
They're taking a long time.
Taking a long time. Barely got it across there
Yep.
with the 10-second violation in play.
That move.
Now Harper, a nice move inside, and he gets it to go, and a timeout called by Carl Aragale. Harper came up a little lame on that drive.
Yep.
We'll take a timeout here on SFBN, presented by Payroll Service Solutions. It's a full timeout. Your score, New Goretti 43, Imhotep 33. We'll be back with a 3A city title. Rest of the fourth quarter right after this.
My success starts here.
99% of Newman Goretti High School students graduate, and 95% go on to college.
My success started here.
From AP courses to computer and iPad labs, Newman Goretti gives each student the tools for success.
My success started here.
Newman Goretti has the #1 ranked sports program in Pennsylvania.
Academically, spiritually, and socially, we provide our students with the tools necessary to succeed inside the classroom and out.
My success starts here.
Newman Goretti High School, online at newmangorettihs.org.
And Troy Harper came up a little lame on that last drive.
Is he back in?
Might have been a cramp. It looks like he's getting stretched out.
Okay.
Now he's out of the game right now.
There he is on the end there, yep.
On the floor for Imhotep, it's Abe Masali with Darryl Bagwell, Brandon Austin, Nigel Grant, and Jaleel Myers. For Newman Goretti, Hanif Sutton, Lamar Kimball, John the Man Davis, Jamal Custis, and Jaquan Newton. As here's a Myers three. His third attempt is no good. Rebound deflected to Bagwell. He's caught in the lane, puts up a shot, no good. Tip-in is in by Brandon Austin. Wow, what an athletic tip-in. The lead back to 8. Jaquan Newton has the ball. Ball's knocked away from behind. Scramble on the floor. Picked up. Wow, bodies on the floor still. Masali up ahead to Austin. Goes in. Layup. He's got it.
Wow.
43-37. It's a 6-point game now.
Well, they certainly got it to the right guy there.
Kimball to Sutton. Taking their time. Kimball up ahead to Newton. Newton down low to Davis. He can't handle it, and Austin steals it. Here comes Imhotep. Brandon Austin leading the charge. What's he going to do? Is he going to take it himself? John Davis is guarding him. Austin, crossover, spin move, outside Bagwell for three. He's got it! Darryl Bagwell cuts the lead in half. 43-40 is the score. What a run by Imhotep over the last minute and a half.
And a very smart pass by Brandon Austin.
Hanif Sutton, they're having some trouble getting it across.
The ball hit the referee.
And a timeout called by Carl Aragale. Oh my goodness, that was nearly a 10-second violation. And Coach Aragale bails him out with a timeout. 43-40 is the score. Cap, I think we've got ourselves a ball game.
We're back at just what we said, and a very aggressive play by Imhotep for the last couple minutes, brought them back into the ball game.
And what a big shot by Darryl Bagwell. He's hit a couple of threes, and we've seen that Darryl Bagwell can knock down some clutch three-pointers.
Yes, he can.
And that was a big one right there.
That was a big one, and Brandon Austin fed him beautifully. He couldn't get by John Davis, and he just saw the open man and hit him. That ball in the backcourt, by the way, for Newman Goretti, hit the referee.
43-40. 3.5 to play.
A lot of momentum on Imhotep's part.
You're watching SFBN, presented by Payroll Service Solutions. This is the 3A city title game.
Yes, it is, and it is the overall city title game.
That's right. That's right. We've been mentioning that.
33 years without a city title game. And there are reasons for that.
Oh, and we're going to have a blocking foul on Nigel Grant right there. And not sure what the foul situation is, but it doesn't look like either team is in the bonus. There hasn't been a lot of foul calls here in half number 2. So that was the 6th team foul on Imhotep, and there's 3 on Newman Goretti.
Right.
So Newman Goretti closer to the bonus, and Imhotep needs to watch that because Newman Goretti, very good free throw shooting team.
In a close game, both teams want to be around 4 or 5, possibly 6, in case they need to take a foul.
Lamar Kimball guarded by Bagwell. And that's going to be team foul number 7, calling the hand check foul against Bagwell. What do you think, given a little too much of the hand there?
Yeah, that was definitely a foul. There's no question about it. That's his first foul. Team 7th, 1-1.
So 1-1 opportunity. This is going to be Lamar Kimball at the line, number 5 for Newman Goretti. Kimball's knocked down a couple of big three-pointers tonight as well.
He's a scorer.
Kimball at the line. He's got to make the first to get awarded the second, and he does. Kimball, a very good, we talked about it, Newman Goretti, a very good free throw shooting team. Even though John Davis has the unorthodox style, he knocks him down.
Yeah.
Newton and Kimball and Sutton, all very good free throw shooters.
I wouldn't be surprised if John Davis is a 70% free throw shooter.
Kimball knocks down both. It's a 5-point lead for Newman Goretti.
Still anybody's game here.
Vasali with the ball, bringing it across the court. Guarded by Hanif Sutton. Vasali looking. Adam Myers, bounce pass. This is Daryl Bagwell, who hit a big three a few minutes ago. Gets it to Jaleel Myers. Myers bounces. Yeah, Austin's posting up. Spin move on Newton, and they're going to call a foul on Jaquan Newton. That will be the team's 4th. So still got a while to go before Imhotep is in the bonus.
An assortment of moves by Brandon Austin.
He's got an assortment, that's for sure.
Yes, he does.
Myers inbounding, looking for somewhere to go, finds Austin in the corner. Austin, he's going to pull up for 3, and he's got it! Brandon Austin with a big-time 3, and the lead is cut to 2. Newman Goretti with the ball.
An assortment of moves and a three-point shot.
Sutton to Newton. Newton driving through the lane. Passes it out of bounds. It will be Imhotep ball.
Great defense by Imhotep. Nice look by Newton. That is his 5th turnover in the game, though.
And I think what I saw from Imhotep there was they realized that Newton might have passed it.
Yeah.
And they kind of sagged off him and went to the other players and then let it do a turnover.
They're starting to sense what he does. They're starting to get used to him.
Jaleel Myers, right wing. Lob pass for Austin, double team, puts it up anyway, and it rims in. We're tied up at 45. What a run by Imhotep. A 12-2 run for the Panthers.
And Austin has been posting up.
Newton gets the ball to Tony Toppling, and he puts the layup up and in. And Newton was hit from behind. I don't know if he intended to pass it to Toppling.
No, I think actually the ball was briefly stolen. It was flicked away by Imhotep, and it just went to John Davis.
The Saints back with a 2-point lead. The defense chants starting from the Newman Goretti faithful. Austin getting a ball screen.
Got to pass the ball here. Yep.
Passes to Masali. A minute and a half to play. 2-point game. Masali outside. It's a Bagwell 3, and he's got it! Daryl Bagwell has given Imhotep the lead, and Andre Noble calling a timeout. Oh my goodness, now this place is going nuts. It's a full timeout. We'll step away real quick with 1:25 to play. Imhotep has made a comeback and has taken the lead. We'll be back on SFBN. Welcome back. Ari Bluestein, Jack Cap here with you here on SFBN, presented by Payroll Service Solutions. It's the 3A title game between Newman Goretti and Imhotep. And Newman Goretti led 47-37.
Yeah,
I believe it was 45-35, something like that.
It was a 10-point lead.
It was a 10-point lead.
Yeah.
So Imhotep has came all the way back, and you know what? With a 10-point lead with about 4 minutes to play in a game, a lot of times you don't see that kind of comeback in high school basketball because of the lack of the shot clock. But Newman Goretti has turned the ball over a couple of times. Imhotep's played good defense.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what, Austin and Bagwell have made big shots when it counted. Bagwell with 11 points, and he's got 2 3-pointers here in the fourth quarter.
Imhotep has frustrated Newman Goretti in the last few minutes. We're down to the wire here.
Jaquan Newton with the basketball. Dribbling.
Good defense. So
Imhotep, and looks like a
pick.
matchup zone. Good pick by Davis. Newton drives in, scoop shot, he's got it, and the foul! Jaquan Newton with a big-time drive and a big-time shot to give the Saints a 1-point lead.
Wow.
And back and forth we go. Talk about that shot by Jaquan Newton.
That was a great move. That was like an NBA move. It was amazing. Great skill.
Big-time players take and make big shots. And Jaquan Newton is a big-time player.
He's got a big heart.
He's at the line. Gets the free throw in. It's a 2-point lead for the Saints. 1 minute to play. Imhotep ball. Can Brandon Austin answer? Newman Goretti on their feet.
Oh.
Austin, they're going to call a foul on Newton as Newton picked the pocket of Austin. The Newman Goretti fans did not like that call. Now, I did not see it. It was on the back end of the floor. That's the fourth team foul. Fourth foul on Jaquan Newton.
Right, and 15 foul. Yep.
Imhotep ball following the foul. Masali with the ball.
47.
Guarded by Hanif Sutton. Masali, can he work his magic again like he did on Sunday? Now down low, it's a turnover. It's a turnover. Davis has the ball. He's trapped. And we've got a whistle and a timeout called by Carl Aragale of Newman Goretti. 50-48 is the score, and it's Newman Goretti ball with 33 seconds remaining. We'll keep it right here as it's a 30-second timeout. 33 to go.
That was a bad turnover.
That was a bad turnover. It was a nice idea, but the pass was a little long for Brandon Austin. If that pass is executed, Austin's got 2 and we're tied up at 50.
It was the right idea. He's been posting up. He's been successful this half. It just was a little long.
Now, if you're Imhotep, obviously you want to try and trap and get the steal, but how quickly do you foul? I would think pretty much immediately.
I would let it go a little bit. I would let it go. It's a 2-point lead. Might let it go down maybe to 26, 27, but you got to go aggressively for the steal. More than you normally would. You got to be aggressive here. Imhotep has 7 fouls right now. Be a 1-on-1.
33 seconds to play. It's the 3A classification city title, but also, as we mentioned, the overall city title.
Yep.
Imhotep defeating Vaux in the Pub Championship. The next day, Newman Goretti took care of St. Joe Prep in the Catholic League title game. And this, I believe, has been extended to a full timeout, but we'll still keep it right here. In the first game, 69-53, Roman defeated King. That game was tied at the half and kind of, got away from King a little bit in the second half. This game a little bit different, a little bit reversed, where it seems like Newman Goretti had control for the first 3 quarters, and then Imhotep really making a run here.
Very
late in the fourth.
energetic fourth quarter by Imhotep. They've really made it a game. It's very exciting, and the fans are into it.
It will be Newman Goretti ball. They will inbound underneath Imhotep's basket, in front of Imhotep's cheerleaders.
Let's see what Imhotep does here.
Sutton will inbound, gets it to Newton. Newton beats Imhotep down the floor, crossing the timeline, goes in against Masali, puts up a running shot. It's no good.
I don't know why
I'm surprised. Here comes Imhotep. Brandon Austin up the floor. It's knocked away. Ball on the floor. Bodies on the floor. Picked up by Carnell Harley. Now Nigel Grant has it. And there's going to be a foul on Newman Goretti before the shot. I believe it's before the shot.
Not a shooting foul.
That's going to be on John Davis of Newman Goretti.
It's team 6th, I believe.
So, one more.
I believe Jaquan Newton thought he was fouled, and that's why he took the shot. I think he felt
But still,
contact.
It looked like the play was for Newton to race down the floor and take the layup.
Yeah, I don't know why he would do that.
Oh, they're calling it a
it is
two-shot foul. They're calling it a 2-shot foul.
Okay.
And this place is about to get loud.
It's loud.
18.2 to go. Nigel Grant at the line. Way off. I think the noise got to him a little bit right there. That wasn't even close.
He did not have good form on that.
You still want to at least try and make this one, and then try and get the steal, if not foul immediately. Grant will have another. This one is good. It's a 1-point game, and Andre Noble calls a timeout. We'll keep it right here with 18.2 to play. 50-49, Newman Goretti with a 1-point lead over Imhotep. Obviously, again, Imhotep wants to try and get the steal.
Yeah.
But you have to foul pretty much immediately. I don't see how Jaquan Newton will go down and try and score again. I mean, if you're Newman Goretti, you want to try and hold the ball and play keep away for as long as you can. And then, obviously, Imhotep will have to foul to be a 1-on-1 opportunity. Then, Imhotep will at least, at the very worst, have a shot at a 3 to tie the game and send it into overtime.
If I was Andre Noble, and obviously I'm not, but if I were on that coaching staff, I wouldn't let it get past 12 or 13 without taking a foul.
Unless, of course, the Newman Goretti Saints have a chance to play keep away and keep the ball away.
And I'd be careful of the intentional foul here, too. They really need to go for the
do not
ball.
want to do. Nigel Grant had an intentional foul earlier in the game.
But they need to go for the ball here. They got to be careful. This is a sharp refereeing crew.
18.2 to play. Hanif Sutton inbounding. Gets it right into Newton. Newton being chased. Gets it up ahead, and it's
trouble.
A collision, and it goes out of bounds.
No.
Last touched by Imhotep.
That was a tough call. That was a tough call.
That happened right in front of us here on press row.
That one could have gone either way. We're down to 12, just under 12.
Newton has the ball.
They're going to have to take a foul.
They're going to
have to take a foul.
And their foul is taken with 8.3 to play, and it's Jaquan Newton going to the line.
They lost 3.4 seconds on that. Not good.
But there's still enough time for
seconds,
Imhotep to get a good shot.
There is. I think they would much rather have 11, 12, or 13, but they're at 8.3 is the official time. And Jaquan Newton.
He's going to the line. Jaquan Newton. If he makes 2, he's at least guaranteed overtime. He makes the front end of the 1-and-1. And Newton will have another. 8.3 to play. It's the 3A city title game and the overall city title game between the pub champ and the Catholic League champ. Newton's second free throw goes in.
He's 6 for 7.
52 to 49. Masali racing up the floor to Austin. 5 seconds. Austin is going to put up a long 3, way off. Rebound, Myers puts it up. It's in, but it doesn't matter. The game's over. They count the bucket. So the final score will be Newman Goretti 52, Imhotep 51. Wow. I thought Austin might have rushed that shot a little bit. Maybe he had a little more time to get a little bit of better look from 3.
I think he did rush it.
I think he did. Imhotep loses to Newman Goretti in the city title game. 52 to 51 is your final. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have the post-game report, stats, and hopefully a coach interview right after this. You're watching SFBN presented by Payroll Service Solutions. Welcome back. SFBN presented by Payroll Service Solutions. We've got Coach Arigale here with us. Coach, congrats on the win. And on the walk over here, and I said congrats on the win. You're like, yeah, I think so. I mean, just one of those rough games, you just had to grind it out.
Yeah, it wasn't a real pretty basketball game. It's not going to get sent to the Hall of Fame anytime soon, but sometimes you got to win an ugly game. I mean, I'm just proud of our guys sticking together. We got to control the game. We played stupid. We lost the lead, and to make a couple plays down the stretch and played terrible against pressure. It's, I'm not thrilled with the way we played. I'm happy that we won. They deserve it. And now we got a week to get ready before the state tournament.
Now Imhotep takes the lead, 48-47. This place is rocking. Your star player, Jaquan Newton, goes in, makes a big bucket, draws the foul, makes the free throw, then makes 2 big free throws down the stretch. Talk about his play there in the final few seconds.
He's definitely our best foul shooter. So I like to have the ball in his hands at the end of the game. He's our playmaker. He didn't have a great game tonight. I mean, everybody's going to remember those last couple plays, and that's what great players do. But he could be better, and he will be better.
And defensively, I thought Tony Toplin especially did a phenomenal job going up and blocking a lot of shots. Talk about your overall team defense here tonight.
Yeah, he's been tremendous. Our defense has been carrying us. Everybody thinks, we got the good players, offense. Our defense in the Catholic League playoffs was tremendous. And it carried over for the most part tonight. We had some breakdowns in opportune times at the end of the game. But we hung in there and we were able to keep hanging on for the win.
All right, well, congrats on the win. Good luck in states. Coach Arigale joining us here on the post-game report. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll give you the individual stats for Newman Goretti and Imhotep here in the 3A title game. We'll be back here on SFBN. Back, Ari Bluestein, Jack Cap here with you to wrap things up. Newman Goretti defeating Imhotep 52-51. It's now time for our Lloyd Sixsmith Sporting Goods player of the game. It's got to go to Jaquan Newton. We just talked about him with Coach Arigale, finishing with officially 22 points. He had a monster game. He had that big shot after Imhotep came all the way back to take the lead.
What a move.
But a monster shot. And again, our Lloyd Sixsmith Sporting Goods player of the game goes to Jaquan Newton. Lloyd Sixsmith Sporting Goods is the leading supplier of the Philadelphia Public League. Visit them today at 7554 Frankfort Avenue in Mayfair for all of your sporting goods needs. So I guess in addition to Jaquan Newton, what else do we have for Newman Goretti for the individual stats?
Tony Toplin had 4, Troy Harper 6, Lamar Kimball 9, John Davis 7, Jamal Cussas with 5, and once again we mentioned Jaquan Newton with 22.
So a big game for Jaquan Newton, but we talked to Coach Arigale. The defense has really carried them, and Tony Toplin had about 4 blocks in addition to his 4 points.
We have him for 6 blocks.
6 blocks, wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
All right, so how about for Imhotep? What's the final scoring? What did Brandon Austin
Brandon Austin ended with 17 and a lot of moves. Abraham Masali had 2, Nigel Grant with 11, Jaquan Jones 2, Deion Evans 2, 14 for Daryl Bagwell, and 3 for Basil Thompson.
Yeah, Daryl Bagwell had a couple of big shots.
Yes, he did.
And he had the big 3 to put Imhotep in front. Austin had some big shots, and I couldn't really decide on who the player of the game was going to be because I didn't really know how the game was going to go. But it ends up going to Jaquan Newton and Newman Goretti winning the city title, and they're cutting down the nets right now. And that'll end it for us here on SFBN, and you can watch the net cutting ceremony. But I will sign off. Thank you, Jack Cap, for a wonderful evening of basketball. It was fun, and we got a couple of good games. Of course, the second game was much better, much closer.
Yes, it was.
But it was a nice finish. Numa Goretti again winning over Imhotep 52-51. So for my crew, Marco Delicato on camera, Julian Bellman at the controls, Josh Bellman, the producer for tonight's game. Again on stats, Dylan Shore, Jack Cap, my partner, Ari Bluestein here with you. Stay tuned at www.thesfbn.com. We'll put up our listing for whatever state playoffs we do in the PIAA tournament. And, of course, that's 1A, 2A, 3A, and 4A. And, of course, coming up in the spring, we'll be doing some baseball and softball games in the public and Catholic League games. And we'll also mix in a little bit of lacrosse in there as well. We may be moving into the Interac a little bit as well with the lacrosse. Good. So again, thank you very much for watching. You've been watching the Sports Fanbase Network presented by Payroll Service Solutions. If you missed any of tonight's broadcast, you can watch it on demand on our website, www.thesfbn.com. Have a great night, everyone, and enjoy the net cutting ceremony for the Numa Goretti Saints, the official city champions.
Yes.
Another thriller of an ending with Numa Goretti taking the game by 1 point. That last shot counted, that follow-up shot. Now, did Brandon Austin rush his three-point shot? In my opinion, yes. He shot it at 4 seconds, and he didn't have a clear look. He was too far out. I think he rushed the shot up there. They were down by 3 at the time. They did need a 3 to tie the game. Tep started in a man. They again went to the 1-3-1, and they started to press, which was a very smart move. Put a lot of pressure in the backcourt and caused a number of turnovers, and went from a 10-point deficit at the end of the third quarter and came all the way back and took the lead on a Bagwell 3, 48-47. Austin started to post a lot, and it was very effective. Even though he's a point guard by trade, he was down on the block receiving the ball, and it worked a number of times. There was a point where a lob went over his head at a very crucial point in the game. I think it was with 35 seconds left. Numa Goretti then broke the press, but Newton put up a shot. For some reason, there was no reason to put up that shot. Numa Goretti was up at the time, and I'm sure Coach Ira Gale was not happy about that. He made that very clear in the post-game interview with Ari Bluestein. Nigel Grant got 2 at the line and an opportunity to tie, but that first free throw looked like he was so nervous and under pressure, he just threw the ball, basically. Andre Noble called the timeout. There was a collision, if you notice, right in front of the SFBN booth table, that is, and it sure looked to us like it was going to be Imhotep's ball. The referee called it the other way with 11 seconds left. It was a crucial call by that official. And anyway, Austin fouls Newton. He hits both, and the ending we already discussed. So another great finish. City Championship. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll bring you another one in a few days. Jack Cap signing off.
Thank you for watching this edition of SFBN Classics. We hope you enjoyed that game. Please like our Facebook page and also follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube page. And for more information about us, go to www.thesfbn.com. I'm Ari Bluestein. Have a good night.